I just wanted to come and tell somebody in the room on tonight that the struggle of last night was not predicated upon the emancipation of people who did not understand me, who looked like everybody else who was standing against me, supporting me. It was developed on if the God who formed me from the dirt could find me of equal worth to say that he who the Son sets free is free. Luke chapter 18 verses 1 through 8. And it says there is a judge who did not fear the Lord, was not respective of any man, nor was he reserved for any particular purpose or policy. I know this because the Bible says that a widow came unto him. It did not say her creed, her kind, nor her color, but it does depict her character, that she is a widow. She comes unto him and she says, please avenge my adversary. I'm not sure who she's facing, but I know that whoever is against her opposes her. And she seeks out the help of the judgment from the judge. However, the Bible says that he did not avenge her many years. It was a long time before he could ever, identify in his mind that something was a problem that was opposing him because it upset her. And he did nothing about it. I know that he says to himself that he does not fear the Lord. Didn't fear the Lord and did not reverence a man. But that she pressed on him even the more until he did something about it. And I wanted to stop in and deliberate on tonight to tell somebody that everything is going to be all right, that God has not forgotten that you have been oversighted. I need you to know that what is standing against you is always going to be opposing you because it's bigger than you. And it's not until you can gain enough strength to say that anything that's bigger than me, opposing me, is always in the mental before it can manifest against me in the natural. Is that you have to understand God has created you more than just being able to defeat you before you ever face them. And she stands in front of a judge on today and says, my adversary depicts in their mind that this will defeat me, that it will overcome me, that it will take me out. But see, I won't go down like that. I believe is what she says in no uncertain terms on today. I was the husband left behind. It begs the question that how far will you go past death to make sure justice is still reached for people that you love? Can you go beyond where purpose pushes passion? Can you go beyond where it's just topic for today because it's still tangent for tomorrow? Can you go beyond what your exertion is and exceed the exercise to say this right here is enough because it makes other people feel uncomfortable? She is a widow seeking avengement because her adversary is still alive. And I need to tell somebody on today that because it's still alive, our fight still goes on. Our fight goes on as long as it can stand up. I have to keep rising up. As long as it can oppose me, I have to keep on supposing that nothing is going to be set free until everything around me has freedom in its liberty. I know that everybody, everything, every part of the world is aware of the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm just going to tangent topic on that on tonight and let somebody know that your fight is against the adversary. It is not against your advertiser. It is not against those who teach in the elementary schools. It's not even against those who advocate for you. It's those who are adverse to plan. Know that the kingdom of darkness, the kingdom of the enemy, the kingdom of those who stand against me are opposing me, and the lady comes in as a widow. Hear me on tonight. You have to know that a widow is somebody who succeeded the death of their spouse. It's not somebody who died and then are being avenged for. No. It's somebody who survived what killed closest to them. You have to know that God has not ordained you to come here and be affected by it, to die to it. But you have to determine inside of you that everything that allowed me to live on says that I get up from here, that it did not kill me. Why am I dying? It did not oppose me to the point where it would put me in the casket with them. So why am I laying down here? If it did not shoot me, to hurt me, to harm me, to kill me, that it may offend me, but it's not effective of me. You have to get up from here. I came in on today to tell somebody that the enemy, this discounted you because you were wounded by it but not held to it. That God missions you more than to be hurt and be handled. But you have to handle your hurt so that it does not work against your future or your favor, because the God who is the father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob says unto you on today, the fight that you face is not going to kill you. It won't be the demise. It won't be the death of. It won't even be the detriment that causes what have you hindered or held right here. But it is to propel you that she succeeds him. And so God says that the word over your life is that you will succeed what other people closest to you doubted you but died to you. I know that it opposes you to say that you won't live through it, but you still got through it. I know that they say you wouldn't graduate from it, but you still got a degree in it. I know that they say you couldn't have the job to it, but you got promoted by it. I know that many things face you, but you have to know that the face that you stand and fight of is not the adversary. It's the judge. She stands in front of the judge pleading the case for the adversary many years. Says, avenge me. Avenge me. Avenge me. Avenge me. It's not based off of those who died. Avenge me. Your fight in this battle cannot be for them that died. It is the purpose that pushes you. But it's not the passion that handles you, nor holds you. Because the minute that the service is over, you can go back to life as usual. But avenge me. Avenge me before I ever come to a place of getting a knee on my neck. Avenge me. Avenge me of before I ever come to a place of being put out of a place because of the color of my skin. My kids can't go to that school because the content of their character is not being judged, but still by the mindset of the man that says the melanin is too much for them, so they'll degrade it, step on it because of the potential that is my potency to build anything that looks like me. It is avenge me before I ever come to a place of being prey to the adversary. She says, avenge me. And he didn't see it. You ever been around people who couldn't see your struggle? Couldn't see your fight? They saw what you was going through, but didn't have identity to feel it. They saw it, but didn't see it. They could hear it, but never could handle it. They want to walk in your shoes in portrayal, but never walk in your shoes in practice. There was a room full of white privileged individuals that during an election, the professor on top of the stage in front of the class says, would you trade places with your black brother or your black sister? Around the crowd, the answer was the same. Nobody held up there. And the teacher says that this is the problem, that we don't want to see the adversary as the enemy, but don't want to trade places with the victim. Avenge me, so that anybody who looks like me don't just have to relate to only people who look like me. But can you say on the inside of you that every day I get up, I'm avenging people, not just me, but everybody who looks like me, anybody who can identify with me, anybody who can testify that they know what it's like not to walk with me, but to walk in me, that you have faced these fights, you've been in these battles. And she keeps on pleading for the case. She talks about the adversary, but I think she's talking about the criminal justice system. Is that I don't know if she is just a widow who's been done wrong, or she is a widow from a law firm. I don't know if she is the defendant or the prosecutor, but I know she is her own attorney on today. And you have to know that God has instructed you with every material, every degree, all the information that you need to fight your case. Can I tell you on today, he's not sending somebody ahead of you to fight for you, but he sends you the mindset to defend you, that the words may have slipped from you, but God says he's he's putting them inside of you, that you'll be able to stand on your own 2 feet and defend people who look like you, be able to testify for them who would talk down on you to say that this will not stand, that there will be judgment in the land, that I stand as an advocate for anybody who is the adversary to say that you cannot propose against the people who look like me, that you are injustice for me when you're speaking all lives matter against me. I know that she is an advocate for her people. How do I know that? Because she says, it offends me, avenge it. Until it becomes personal, the practice will never turn from portrayal to implication of evidence to say that my people are free, until everybody who don't look like me can stand and not say all lives matter, but Black lives matter to me.